lighting up. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's good? What's good? Let me do my self check first. See if I can hear myself. Y'all let me know. Myself check. Yep, I hear myself. So hopefully y'all can hear me too. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. Let me get this chat call out the way. Woo! Karen J. Whisper in the building was first. Yay! Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Tech. Thank you, Regina White. Thank you, Star. Thank you. Thank you, Karen again. You know I don't have to do that. Yes. 2 more minutes. Yes. Thank you for remembering. Thank you so much. Thank you, Purple Purple. Hey. Hey, Shaw. Hey. Shaw. Hey, Angela Jackson. What's good with it? What's good with it? How y'all great people doing? Lord, how y'all doing? I sure do appreciate y'all so much. I could not have a better crew that comes through over here. Over here, honey. I surely do appreciate y'all. Let me look for something real quick. Um, I'm looking for an article real quick. Did y'all have a good day? I hope y'all did. I did. I really did. I said, let me come on here and shit, hell, I already missed my deadline from yesterday. No, it was Tuesday, and I thought it was Wednesday. And so I was like, shit, let me email these people here, and then I'll just have a few more days or whatever. But yes. So I am looking for what I have. I found it, what I needed. Okay. Well, I want to do a update. We got a little paperwork drop. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. But listen. So when I was coming, what is this? Hold on. 9-7. Okay, I need this one too. All right, when I was uh contemplating doing this live, I encountered my roommate, right? To let him know that he got about 8 more payments on one of his cars, and that would be paid off, right? And I'm gonna tell you. So let me tell you how this happened, right? I don't know if I told y'all this story before, but so when we got finished paying off this house, I started allocating more of his money to go his damn his damn cars, right? Because I mean, why not? And then what I did was, I put a little extra, allocated his money, a little extra into his account, right? So that freed up a lot of money. You paying off your cars and paying off the house. So let me tell you, I developed that mindset because from what the hell had happened to me, like when I got sick and shit, and then I was hell, child, I was about a couple more months from trying to figure it out. So, and I said, when I buy my house, the next house, I said that I was going to make sure that I put a lot of money towards it to make sure it's paid off. Because I don't want to damn be, shit, looking crazy, wondering, God, hell. So I had that mindset with, all the bills that you have to pay off in order for it to become yours. So I said I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of money to them, whatever, pay the shit off early. And I got him to buy into that idea, with cars and stuff like that. So when I had changed his, so when the house got paid off, and I had started, okay, allocating his money, and I didn't tell him I did it. I mean, I just did it. So I started putting more money towards his cars and stuff, right? Because they're quite expensive. And I remember he asked me, to give an accounting of his money, right? That was like over a year ago, way over a year ago. And I felt some kind of way because I'm like, you ain't never asked me about nothing questioning, like you didn't trust what I was doing with your money and all that type of shit. Like, are you fucking serious? So, I was salty about that shit. So, not too long ago, I had told him that he had like 7 or 8 more payments. You know how it's like in between 7 and 8 months. I just feel like that. Y'all know how them damn people schedule those payments and shit. I said it's in between 7 or 8 more payments, and then you'll be able to, then you'll be paid off. I was like, do you wanna go ahead and just for me to call and see what's the payoff, and then go ahead and pay it off, you know, and then of course all of this is with his money, because he have enough in there to pay it off, or do you just want to keep it, just wait and just pay it off, in the 8 months. And so anyway, we talked about that, and then he said, I want to apologize to you for something, because he sat there and looked at the benefit of me doing bills like that, right? He said, I want to apologize to you when I went off on you about that, because you didn't tell me you was doing that, and what he said, he said, I completely trust you, and all of that, whatever, and he apologized. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really big on apologies. Okay, I'm just tell you that now. Apologies and forgiveness, I ain't really big on them. I don't request them. I don't need them and shit like that. And hell, my thing is, and when you hear me apologize and shit like that, it really means I really didn't mean to do that, or I feel really bad about doing some portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, hell, I meant to do it. And usually, if I do fucked up shit, hell, I'm orchestrating and shit. I'm like, hey, I got to. I don't. Some people wake up and just do fuck shit all throughout the day. I have to make a plan to do it. So. Well, anyway, I was like, apologies and stuff go, a long way. And you always want people to, again, like I say, it's so important for people to know your ass. And then I see it is very important for somebody to trust you. So, um, so what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna try to work on that apology, forgiveness, um, characteristic that I struggle with. I'm, I'm gonna try to work on it. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I'm gonna try to work on it. And I also thought about also working on that one where I erase your ass out of my motherfucking memory bank quick. And like I don't know your ass, okay? I ain't never ever said a word to you. I'm one of the ones that would have known your ass 15 years. But if we fall out and I determine that your ass got to be removed from my life, I will walk past your ass every day like I don't know you. I'm tell you, I used to walk past one of my sister-in-laws like that. She used to be the cop. I tell you, them goddamn people, them walkers ain't nothing but fucking popos. Child, she used to be a cop at my daughter's school, and she used to be the resource cop as well as the one that be there during the games and stuff. I used to walk past her like I ain't know her. Surely did. Surely damn did. hmm Like I didn't know her ass. Yeah, so let me holler some up. Yes, to hell. Yes, ma'am. It is my birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Chanel Lewis. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. But yeah, so I ain't gonna bore y'all too long with those goddamn stories. So I'm gonna read these articles, and then I'm going to get into the tweets, and because them motherfuckers be you know, depending on what's going on, they be excited and stuff. I heard that Daryl McDavid, and I'll read, to see what I get out of it. They said that Daryl McDavid was very helpful to the defense, right? I didn't see that coming. All right, but here's the thing: from what I'm hearing, and I'll go through and verify, what I've heard, and then what I can put together, right, as far as an analysis, right? Because listen, I thought he was gonna get up there and be selfish, and think of himself. You know what I'm saying? And and hell, but apparently he hasn't done that yet. Okay. Now, when I say yet, I'm not saying that he's going to do something. I'm not trying to rain nobody parade. That's not what I'm saying. When I say yet, because remember, he got to be cross-examined by the prosecutors. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. Okay. That's usually when you'll get the deficient testimony. Okay. The deficient testimony, that you meaning that it will be anti the defense. All right. Maybe, depending on how he answers it. Okay, so that's what I mean. I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm not. I don't want nobody going crazy and shit. Cause you motherfuckers go crazy. Not rain on parade, none of that. I'm just saying, he has to be cross-examined, and they are going to try to ask questions to elicit negative answers. You know what I'm saying? That will go against R. Kelly and all of that. That's what I mean, right? So we haven't heard that part yet. But so far, what I can understand, and which is a good thing, is that he took the stand and he did a lot of good work. If what I'm hearing is accurate, right? So him by him taking that stand, he did a lot of positive work, and he put up some good numbers. If we're going to talk in like we're talking about, like in a sports terminology, right? He put up some good numbers. I'm gonna tell you why. Because from what I've heard, just giving a brief analysis right now, and we'll get into it. He took the stand. He was able to become that witness that R. Kelly needed to say, "Hey, R. Kelly didn't do this," or "Hey, that didn't happen," or "Hey, this, that," to change the the this the I don't want to say scope, but to change the facts of the given testimony that the other people have already provided, to change those facts in favor of the defense team, right? Like he took one. It's not like where he took one from the team, but he did it for the team. So that that's good, because remember yesterday I was like, well, he could negatively impact the team, by him taking a stand some kind of way, and which was a smart way, and I definitely didn't see it coming because of all of the back and forth that they have had. He got on there and did more than his job. What I'm saying is, I heard that he said that everybody that the women and stuff weren't minors. Well, that's huge, right? Because that's saying, now let me tell you what happens. Now you have a counter to that child pornography. right? If no one were minors on the tapes and shit like that, therefore, how could it be classified as child pornography? Now, keep in mind, it's testimony against testimony, evidence against evidence. They don't have any evidence, physical evidence, to prove, that to support his claim. Then, of course, the prosecutor will still have the upper hand. But if he got on there and said there were no minors and stuff, then we start to backtrack on that whole child pornography charge. Then you can attach the conspiracy to that as well, because now there's no minors, and I'm just assuming what he's saying is true, because we assume what the prosecuting witness said was true as well. So you have to be fair. He gets on there, said there were no minors. Now you got a contradiction to that child pornography charge, and you go one step up or down, and then with the conspiracy charging them, to get the tapes back and shit like that, would it make sense for somebody to go out there to be trying to get the tapes back and shit, and under the label of conspiracy and extortion and shit, if there weren't no minors, and the only harm would have been the alleged harm to the wife, or maybe the embarrassment to the singer, right? So now he has provided testimony to contradict the people being underage. So he's taking care of the child pornography charge, as well as the logic of why he's out there extorting and strong arming and threatening and all of this conspiracy and shit to get the tapes back, if it wasn't child pornography as the prosecution has alleged. Remember, the prosecution has alleged that it was child pornography, and that was one of the reasons why they were out there trying to get the tapes back by any means necessary. Now, Darren McDavid has provided testimony to walk that idea back, So he did a good job. Thank you, Lowen. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shaw Baby number one. Yes, so if that being the case, but remember, this is testimony versus testimony. And it's up to the jury to decide which testimony they will, accept, right, as the truth. If the defense come up with some type of physical evidence to counter those tapes and birth certificates or whatever they supply to prove their age, then it's really looking good. You know what I'm saying? For Team Kells. Okay? So he got up there and did more than his job. But we still got to wait for that cross from the prosecution, because we don't know what they're going to ask him. We don't know. So let me get into an article. Let me see about this article, okay? I'll read this article. Where it go? Okay, so this is by Michael Term. This is one of the guys that we be doing the updates from. I sure appreciate y'all coming through on third shift. Help bring my birthday in. Yes, I made 71, girl. How they say, honey, 1 minute I have the old woman voice, and the next woman I have the goddamn young person's voice. I don't know. Ooh, they just don't know. And I be, oh Lord, they slow. They don't know when somebody's sitting up or laying down. And if I got time to explain that. Mm. So I'm gonna read this and see if we get something out of this. And let me tell you something. They were tweeting so fast today. I was at work trying to put out some fires, but they were tweeting so fast that I couldn't even goddamn keep up with everybody. And shout out to Dottie, right? I just left from over there listening to her physical update, right? And she got the information from the top, right? And when I'm saying from the top, from the judge and all that. Remember that used to be. I don't want to say it wasn't a. Well, I tell you, it was a request. All right, and I'm glad. She is doing it right because I'm trying to tell you, I've been needing that shit because that old ass man, he sit on the ball of his ass and do all those oral entries and all that type of stuff right there, and you know what I'm saying, shit. I need to know what the hell happened with the emotions and stuff like that. So, excuse me. So it says R. Kelly's ex-manager says he believes singers. Oh, wait a minute. R. Kelly's ex-manager says he believes singers abuse denials. Okay. Well, let me read that. Singer R. Kelly's former business manager told jurors Wednesday he believed the singer's denials of sexual misconduct that emerged against his boss, adding that he came to understand that fending off false claims was a cost of doing business for a superstar. Wow, okay. So he, oh my gosh, so he did a good job right there. He's saying, one, he denied all those abuse claims, as well as he still stay sticking with that kind of like the I didn't know shit was going on, and he was just saying, hey, they was just paying off these goddamn lawsuits and stuff like that, but his client was still his business partner was still innocent, right? It's just the cost of doing business. Wow, that's pretty good. See, white boys coming through. I swear, because earlier today I said that white boy take that stand. I said he gonna put my ass in jail, Larry in jail, Levi, he gonna get your ass too. We all headed down there. Cause that white boy gonna tell on all us. He gonna have us on the octopus. Okay? He gonna throw us all on the bus. Shit. It says Darren McDavid, a co-defendant at Kelly's child pornography and trial in federal court in Chicago, said he saw no early signs Kelly sought minors for sex, blaming Kelly enemies and those hoping to profit off his fame for concocting the allegations. Prosecutors ended their 2-week presentation to jurors before the Labor Day holiday, which included the testimony of 4 Kelly accusers who described him as a master manipulator. McDavid and Kelly both faced charges of conspiracy to obstruct justice that accused them of rigging Kelly's 2008 trial, at which the R&B star was acquitted. A third co-defendant, former Kelly associate Milton Brown, faces one charge, conspiracy to receive child pornography. McDavid told jurors he has seen the prosecution's star witness, referred to by the pseudonym Jane, at the current trial when she was a minor hanging around Kelly's studio in the late 1990s. He said Kelly angrily denied rumors that he was sexually abusing Jane, who Kelly described as his goddaughter. I believed him, McDavid testified. McDavid spoke in a dry, matter-of-fact manner from the witness stand for more than 4 hours Wednesday. Before the trial resumed after a lunch break, McDavid stood at the Kelly defense table and spoke amicably with his former employer. Testifying earlier for prosecutors, Jane, now 37, said Kelly sexually abused her hundreds of times, starting when she was 14. She also said she was the girl in a child pornography video at the center of the 2008 trial and entered as evidence at the current trial. She said Kelly produced it. McDavid is the only one of the three defendants testifying in his own behalf. Both Kelly and Brown told trial judge last week they would not testify. This federal trial in Kelly's hometown of Chicago follows a separate federal trial in New York where the 55-year-old Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in June. McDavid, who said he came to see Kelly as a son after he started to work for the budding star in the early 1990s, portrayed Kelly as a once-in-a-lifetime talent who shy and humble as a young man struggled to cope with booming fame and fortune. Success, he told jurors, began to change Kelly. I thought he was younger than R. Kelly. Why he want to call R. Kelly his son? Okay, let me keep reading. As he rose to superstardom, he started to act like most superstars. He said, McDavid added, when I first met him, he was shy around women. The now famous Kelly, he said, started to embrace the attention of women wherever he went, sometimes paying for women's flights to see him in Chicago. When McDavid's lawyer, Bo Brentley, interrupted to ask if he was referring to girls ages 13 and 14, McDavid said no. Grown women, he answered. As more rumors began to circulate about Kelly's possible misconduct and the first accusers came forward around 2000, McDavid said he didn't believe them. McDavid said the lesson he learned from one litigator who represented Kelly in an early lawsuit alleging sexual misconduct was that it's better for stars to settle suits, even if settling them makes them appear guilty. Even a rumor of something like this getting out could hurt your client, even if it's not true, McDavid said, citing what the lawyer explained to him. Excuse me, y'all. Leading up to Kelly's 2008 child pornography trial, McDavid said he had no reason to think Jane was the person in the video that the jurors would be asked to assess. She had told a grand jury before the trial began that she was not the one in the video. Wow. See, with that tidbit, think about this, y'all. Just think about this. You got Jane saying she's in the video at this point. But prior, before, under oath, same scenario with this, that, and the third, she said it wasn't her. Then she continued to see the man or whatever, allegedly. You're building so much reasonable doubt in this case to it's crazy. Now you're building, you got your reasonable doubt going. Then the part where McDavid said R. Kelly's like a son, and I think McDavid is younger than R. Kelly, but even if he's a few years older, that is kind of saying, and I would use this some way. That is kind of saying that R. Kelly's mind is childlike. I would damn sure work it in if I was on the defense as proof that my reports and my findings is correct. Wow. Okay, let's go. It said there was obviously no truth to any of this. She denied it. Her parents denied it. McDavid said about his thinking. His conclusion at the time, he said, was the allegations were some grandiose plan to destroy Robert Kelly. Jane and her mom testified during the current trial that Kelly and his associates used intimidation and payoffs to ensure they lied to the grand jury and to ensure that they declined to testify against him at the 2008 trial. McDavid was expected to resume his testimony for the defense on Thursday. Oh, wow, honey. Oh, yeah, I'm good. All right, let me read this about Jim Derogatis. Yeah, let me put this up. Now, I just want to let y'all know that you guys just got a glimpse of me and my sleeping disorder. Now, oh, oh no, let me tell you something. When I was just saying, yeah, I'm good or whatever, and I wasn't talking to nobody. I was sleep talking. I y'all just got a glimpse of that shit. I was sleep talking. Girl, I was very bad. Yes. I swear I promise you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was just sleep talking. Well, no, I want. Did y'all hear phone ring anything? That was nobody. I was asleep. I was talking. Oh Lord, Jesus! Oh, that's funny as hell. Hey, Courtney Love. Yes, honey. I was gone. Hey, Marietta Jones. Thank y'all so much for the birthday wishes. Yes, y'all. I was out, honey. I'm trying to tell you. I did so much of crazy, you know, a lot of my I ain't gonna say a lot of mine, but a half of my sleeping paralysis or sleeping disorder used to come out when I got damn JoJo. Oh, that shit would be like, mm-mm. Well, y'all got just a piece of it. Y'all got the sleep, the sleep talking, a little bit of sleep talking. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was talking to my sleep. Oh, that's funny as hell, child. I was gone. Ooh. I mean, just as I'm glad I ain't say nothing like really, really say nothing. Let me sit my ass up. I'm sorry. Let me adjust. Honey, I was gone. I done sleep on the damn live. You know, I'm off. I'm very, very shy anyway. And that's why I ain't never come back on camera. But, and how some of these people, you know, I be so scared that people gonna caught me sleep, digging in my nose, farting, looking crazy. You know how y'all get them damn memes when you stay so child. Hell no, y'all don't get me. Oh shit. You was thinking I was drunk? No, thank you, Chi-Town OG. Star, I was knocked the fuck out. I was asleep. Yeah, I went. I'm trying to tell you. There wasn't nobody asking me how I was doing. Oh, oh no, boy. Let me read this article. My old Jim. Wait a minute. Is that the right one? That's what I said. I just read that one. Oh shit. I was knocked out. I was gone. Well, why does it keep coming up with this? I just read that. Oh boy. That was funny. Yeah. Let me click on this one. Trying to reason about thing about Jim. Oh, well, let me read this one. This one was a little bit longer, right? This is a little bit. This is about this Barry Hankins and shit that everybody was talking about today. So let's read this. It says, um, when claim after claim began to surface decades ago that rising R&B superstar R. Kelly had sexually abused underage girls, Daryl McDavid says he simply didn't buy it. Rather, Kelly's then business manager told a federal jury Wednesday that he became convinced, based on insider information, that it almost amounted to a grandiose orchestrated by the singer's enemies to destroy him. It made me sick, McDavid did said. Oh boy, the white boy was doing his job and some. It said McDavid, who was now on trial alongside Kelly in Chicago's federal courthouse, took the stand as promised to testify in his own defense, a potentially risky move that would expose him to cross examination by federal prosecutors. So that's what I was just saying earlier. Okay. He did a good job or whatever, but just keep in mind that there's a cross. All right. And they are going to try to elicit some stuff and expose some stuff. Okay. That's just how it works. It was the same way when the defense was on cross. Okay. First, he must finish answering questions from his own attorney, who said he was less than halfway done 4 hours into his examination Wednesday. Kelly is now serving a 30-year prison sentence for a racketeering conviction last year in New York. In this trial, he faces charges alleging child pornography, obstruction of justice, and the enticement of minors into criminal sexual activity. The trial is now in the fourth week. McDavid is charged with helping Kelly thwart an earlier 2008 child pornography trial that ended in Kelly's acquittal. A third defendant, former Kelly assistant Milton June Brown, is charged with Kelly and McDavid in a plot to hunt down incriminating tapes of Kelly. U.S. District Judge Harry Linen-Weber also ruled Wednesday that former Chicago Sun-Times music critic Jim DeRogatis, who had been subpoenaed by McDavid's lawyers, would not have to testify. DeRogatis in 2002 received from an anonymous source a video that is now at issue in the trial. Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, has complained about McDavid's testimony, insisting it could prejudice her client. However, McDavid's testimony Wednesday seemed more helpful than harmful to Kelly. McDavid told the jurors how one woman abandoned a $10 million lawsuit against Kelly for a $250,000 settlement after the lawyer kept her in so many lies I couldn't count. He also said another woman was offered between $10,000 and $12,000 to give false evidence under oath against Kelly. Wait a minute now. He also keep going. Okay, still crucial context was missing from McDavid's testimony. He repeatedly pointed to former Kelly managers Barry Hankerson and Demetrius Smith as being behind a plot to destroy Kelly, even describing Smith as someone who couldn't be trusted. Where's my candy? Hankerson's niece was the singer Leah Houghton, the protege Kelly married in 1994 when she was 15 and Kelly was 27. Kelly believed she was pregnant at the time, so to make their marriage possible, Smith got $500 from McDavid and offered it to an employee of a welfare office who agreed to create a fake ID for Aaliyah court records show. Kelly's marriage to Aaliyah was soon annulled. She died in a plane crash in 2001. Jurors have so far not heard evidence about the fake ID or Aaliyah other than the mention of Aaliyah's name by an earlier witness. Lynn Weber told the jury then to disregard it. The conduct involving Aaliyah was part of Kelly's case in New York. McDavid said Wednesday that he confronted Kelly after an initial lawsuit was filed in 1997 by a woman who claimed to be pregnant with Kelly's child. He said Kelly insisted he was willing to take a paternity test, and he called the woman's claim bullshit. The woman then dropped her paternity claim, filing another lawsuit claiming Kelly sexually abused her when she was a minor. McDavid said a deposition followed, after which the woman's lawyer agreed to settle the $10 million lawsuit for $250,000, according to McDavid. Cookie Cutter claims followed, brought by the same lawyer who sought clients against Kelly on a billboard, McDavid said. One of Kelly's lawyers wrote off the ensuing settlements as the cost of doing business, according to McDavid. But McDavid testified that he felt the lawyer bringing the claims kicked off a feeding frenzy for anyone who wants to come after this man. McDavid also said was told about an effort by Smith and Hankerson, who McDavid said hated Kelly, to convince a woman to lie under oath for about a sexual encounter with Kelly while she was underage. Kelly, oh, let me see. Yep, I'll sleep again. Sorry. Oh shit. Then, when claims surfaced that Kelly had sexually abused a teenager known to jurors in the Kelly's latest trial as Jane, McDavid said he learned of Jane's repeated denial of the claims. Now in her 30s, Jane testified last month that Kelly sexually abused her repeatedly, starting when she was around 14, after she asked him to be her godfather. McDavid said Wednesday that when a rumor surfaced of a sex tape involving Kelly and Jane, McDavid asked Kelly whether it was true. He said Kelly told him, "Fuck you. This is my goddaughter. Don't ever question me about this again." Yes. Um, ooh, okay. Let me come back around here and check on y'all. Put this candy in my mouth. So, thank you, Samantha Nicole. Thank you, Cookie. Blessings to you, honey. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what the hell going on. Mm-mm. I mean, seems like he did his job. Let me read this paperwork drop, honey, before for my ass be what? Hold on. Log back in. I was looking in the in the New York's appeal for R. Kelly. There's not much going on, right? It's just people filing appearances, right? That's all that's going on over there. All right, let me put this on the screen. Child, my ass was gone. I'm gonna put that on the screen. It's government response to something. Okay, so let's see. Whew. Government's response to defendant Kelly's motion to bar purported 404B evidence and privileged communications during McDavid's cross-examination. The hell is going on now? In his motion, Reference 313, Defendant Robert Kelly seeks to exclude a broad range of subject matter from the direct examination of defendant Derek McDavid, as well as his cross-examination by the government, on the grounds that it is potentially prejudicial under Federal Rules of Evidence 403 and 404B, and purportedly subject to the attorney-client and work product privileges. Kelly incorrectly frames his argument as a natural consequence of the court's refusal to sever the co-defendants or grant a mistrial on the grounds of antagonistic defenses, reflecting his continued unwillingness to accept that finger pointing among defendants is not only acceptable but also a benefit of a joint trial, for it helps the jury assesses the role of each defendant. So remember early on when the severance question came up by J-Bo and the antagonistic defenses and all of that, we went all over this, finger pointing and even antagonistic defenses to a certain degree aren't reasons to sever. Let's see. Oh, okay. Case law. It says this framing in no way justifies his wide-ranging and legally unsupportable request. To the contrary, in attempting to preclude wide swaths of relevant content from McDavid's testimony, Kelly fundamentally misconstrues the bounds of Rules 403 and 404B and misapplies well-settled law regarding attorney-client privilege. So when they say well-settled law, it usually means, among other things, that this is, most legislation stuff is written broad, in broad terms and all of that, right? This, this is one of those situations where they're trying to say that it pretty much, the law says what it means what it says, right? And it's really not, it really doesn't need that much interpretation from the judge with regards to this, right? And the case laws and things of that nature has been pretty consistent in one direction, right? So it says his motion should be denied, as should his unfounded request to cross-examine McDavid after the government, right? Okay. And I know she probably wanted to cross-examine McDavid after the government because she probably wants her line of questioning, I'm sorry to be burping, her line of questioning to be the last thing the jury hears, which is a smart request. I don't know if the judge would grant it. Well, shit, I don't know. His old ass. Okay, argument. The federal rules of evidence 404B and 43 do not bar direct evidence of charged offenses. Concerned by the potential for adverse testimony from McDavid, reference 303 at 3, Kelly requests that the court preemptively restrict the scope of his direct testimony and cross-examination. In doing so, Kelly proffers a range of prohibited topics, both general, all testimony related to other uncharged bad acts related to Kelly's sexual misconduct, and specific, all testimony related to claims lodged formally or informally against Kelly for sexual misconduct or sexual harassment. Reference. It says the court has already ruled on several of these topics in a manner that protects Kelly from the entry of improper or irrelevant testimony into evidence. Reference. The government plans on abiding by the reasonable limitations set forth in the court's ruling on the parties' pretrial motions in limine during the course of its cross-examination, but cannot otherwise speak on behalf of McDavid and his testimony or to the nature of his cross-examination by other defendants. Okay. In seeking Such broad limitations on all testimony relating to other uncharged bad acts related to Kelly's sexual misconduct and certain related topics, Kelly fundamentally misconstrues the relevant evidentiary rules. Rule 404B only applies to evidence of other crimes, wrongs, or acts. So if the evidence is admitted as direct evidence of the charged offense, for Rule 404B is not applicable. Well, that is very right. There's a case law, and it says Rule 404B is inapplicable where the bad acts alleged are really direct evidence of an essential part of the crime charge. Time and time again, we have said that Rule 404B does not apply to direct evidence of the crime charged. Even more, we have noted specifically evidence directly pertaining to a defendant's role in a charged conspiracy is not excluded by Rule 404B. Case law. Yeah, that's right. Okay, here several of Kelly's proposed prohibited categories instead constitutes direct evidence of the charged conduct and are thus not barred from by Federal Rules of Evidence 404B. For example, the court has already denied a motion by Kelly to exclude evidence that he was previously sued by and settled with certain accusers given its direct relation to the charged crimes. Reference. And the court likewise denied Kelly's motion to exclude uncharged sexual abuse allegations on the grounds that certain testimony under this category would comprise direct evidence of the allegations in the superseding indictment. Reference. Other topics are necessarily direct evidence of Kelly and McDavid's conspiracy to receive child pornography and conspiracy to obstruct justice. For example, if evidence related to Kelly's arrest for child pornography in the state of Florida would not constitute impermissible propensity evidence under Federal Rules of Evidence 404B, when it could instead speak to Mr. McDavid's knowledge of Kelly's sexual contact with minors, and the testimony related to Kelly's alleged sex addictions and claims lodged formally and or informally against Kelly for sexual misconduct or sexual harassment may speak to the scope of the co-defendant's conspiracy to obstruct justice, particularly as these later two examples feature prominently in a draft complaint in a lawsuit filed by McDavid against Kelly, which resulted in payments from Kelly to McDavid. Further potential prejudice under Federal Rules of Evidence 403 does not insulate relevant evidence from admission here. Reference. It says whatever probative value such evidence has is substantially that one wrote right is substantially outweighed by its prejudicial effect pursuant to Federal Rules of Evidence 403. That evidence may be highly prejudicial does not compel its exclusion, that the evidence will be unfairly prejudicial. Wait a minute. Shit, what was I? Okay, that evidence might be highly prejudicial does not compel its exclusion. The evidence must be unfairly prejudicial. Right. And it's a case law. To determine whether an exhibit is unfairly prejudicial, we use a sliding scale approach. As the probative value increases, so does our tolerance of the risk of prejudice. Right. Case law. It says Kelly's motion fails to demonstrate that the testimony he seeks to prohibit would in any way lure the fact finder into declaring guilt on a ground a ground different from proof specific to the offense charged, case law. Nor could it, because so many of Kelly's proposed off-limits categories speak directly to the existence of the charge. Conspiracies to obstruct justice and receive child pornography, and Kelly's and McDavid's membership in those conspiracies. The probative value of the evidence Kelly seeks to preclude far outweighs any risk of prejudice. B. Purported privilege considerations do not prohibit McDavid's testimony. Kelly also seeks to limit the scope of McDavid's testimony on the grounds of attorney-client privilege and the work product doctrine. His argument fails for multiple reasons. First, Derek McDavid is not an attorney. He is not an accountant. He is an accountant and business manager, and he worked for Kelly, not Kelly's attorneys. Oh, okay, they might have them. The attorney-client privilege protects communications made in confidence by a client to his attorney in the attorney's professional capacity for the purpose of obtaining legal advice and construed narrowly. Case law. Kelly seeks to cloak all facts of his relationship with McDavid over a 7-year period in privilege protection because McDavid worked as an agent of Kelly's defense team. Reference. Such a blanket request should be dismissed out of hand. Although the attorney-client privilege may in some instances extend to communications to accountants providing assistance to an attorney, what is vital to the privilege is that the communication be made in confidence for the purpose of obtaining legal advice from the lawyer, right? If what is sought is not legal advice, but only accounting service, or if the advice sought is the accountant's rather than the lawyer's, no privilege exists. Case law. Kelly's motion provides no basis for concluding that all of McDavid's communications with or on behalf of Kelly over the 7-year period were made in confidence for the purposes of facilitating the receipt of legal advice from attorneys. Indeed, the evidence the court has heard thus far indicates otherwise. The privilege also does not apply to any such discussions made in furtherance of the charged conspiracy or any other criminal acts. Case law. The crime fraud exception helped to ensure that the attorney-client privilege does not protect communications made in furtherance of a crime or fraud. Ooh, okay, they are pulling up some good case law to support their argument. Kelly's request based on an unsupported characterization of McDavid as a member of Kelly's defense team should be denied. C. The government should question McDavid's last. Lastly, Kelly urges the court to allow him to cross-examine McDavid after the government does so. Despite having long maintained that McDavid and Kelly sit in antagonistic positions, Kelly failed to raise this request during the parties' extensive discussion of the ordering of examination during the pretrial conference. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Reference. So too did Kelly fail to object last week when the court agreed with the government's response to make sure we're on the same page that the government will be cross-examining any witness that called last week. Reference. And while the Seventh Circuit regularly recognizes that some tension between defenses is tolerable, case law, a premise. A premise. A premise that presumably extends to the order of examination. Kelly can offer no legal support for his request to upset the sequencing of cross-examination employed to date at trial. The motion should be denied. For the foregoing reasons, the United States respectfully requests that the court deny Kelly's motion. Lord, she's working. She's working, y'all. She is working. What's good with it, Star Child? What's good with it? Hey, EB, thank you. Thank you so much. I thank y'all for all your birthday wishes. I'm right here on the front now, honey. So there's a couple more things happening. I think this was just a couple of denials and stuff. I won't bother about putting them up. Oh, man. Y'all have to excuse me. I think I caught everything I need to catch in there. But J-Bo wanted her, the last thing she said to be heard in front of the juror, as well as she can also sit back and observe with all the questions and whatever everybody else asks, and then formulate what she's going to ask them or whatever. I guess she lives under the premise that a closed mouth won't get fed, because she asks for everything. She asks for everything, and she knows goddamn well that shit's ridiculous. Now, this says been entered between before the Honorable Harry D. Lynn Weber in court ruling on motion hearing held. Motion to quash the subpoena as to Jim Derogatis is granted, so he doesn't have to take the stand. Mm. Okay, there's another one. It says, defending Milton Brown's motion for an order requiring pretrial services to release Milton Brown's passport to defense counsel for the limited purposes of entering a passport into evidence in this case is granted. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know. Let me see if I can get a little bit more from some of these tweets. Hold on. Let me see if I can get something out of these tweets, honey. What y'all thinking so far? Let's go on. Somebody said happy birthday. Let me get around here. Thank you, Marietta Jones. Thank you. You say you're gonna get a pardon, Star Jones? Star Jones, Jesus, Star Child. From Biden? Let me see. So we have what is all of this? Okay. Okay, it says that's the 6th. I thought Jason was in there today. You want to know? Oh, that Dave guy. That's who's doing all goddamn typing, honey. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull up Dave. He was given, he was Twitter thumbing it. Okay, 11. Ooh. Okay, he did a lot of. Hold on. Trying to get to where he started. 11. Ooh. Can I get through all of this? 12 hours. Um, Still trying to get to the beginning. 13 hours. This guy, Dave Burns, did a lot of tweeting today, honey. Let me see. I'm steady scrolling. Who they trying to pop up? Ooh. This boy did some updating. You hear me? God damn. Okay. All right. Let's start here. It says federal prosecutor Jason Julian asked Molina if Tracy testified in a Cook County State's Attorney interview in 2019. Bongine objects, saying the focus of her direct questioning was only 2002 to 2008. Lena Weber sustains, and prosecution concludes cross-examination. Okay, interesting. Molina says she knows of no document in that case in which R. Kelly accuser Tracy testified that she participated in a threesome with another alleged victim, Jane. This is Bongine's only line of questioning, and now prosecution is up for cross. Court back in session today. R. Kelly's federal trial, Chicago. It said that's all for Agent Molina. Next witness defense will call is Martha Johansson. Correct spelling, it turns out, from Reno, Nevada. Again, now that the AV issues have been cleared up. Johansson says she's a former employer of Jack Palladino, a private investigator and attorney now deceased, formerly employed. Did I read this yesterday? Hold on. Okay, Cyborg concluded, and Johansson explains that the invoice was sent from Palladino to Daryl McDavid in 2002 for services Palladino provided from August 2001 to July 2002. In 2001, Palladino billed McDavid for several phone conferences. Other services specified in the invoice for August 23rd include traveling from Chicago to Kansas City, getting money, setting up a polygraph test, etc. Nowhere in that date itinerary is Daryl McDavid mentioned. Oh, okay, so they're trying to separate it. I could have swore I read this yesterday. Hold on, workers a client driven Friday. Yeah, I read this yesterday. Sorry, y'all. 12. I read that yesterday. Not yesterday, but last month live. But it couldn't have been. Haley Kobosh is paralegal. Child. I could swear I read that shit yesterday. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop this link real quick. Thank you, Shaniqua. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you for coming on through. I'm sorry, y'all, honey. I am seeing goddamn stars. Y'all, let me tell you the funny shit last night. I'm sitting up here. Maybe I can tell you just so I can wake the fuck up. I'm sitting up here and I went back and saw Larry's video, Larry's live. And honey, Larry said, I'm finna put on R. Kelly's new song. And I was like, new song? And so I didn't know what the hell Larry was talking about. So Larry put on this song, right? And I was like, oh shit, that sounds familiar. And so, child, he put that goddamn song on. So it wasn't R. Kelly's song. It was the dude that used to be in the group with him, Drake, from the Public Announcement. You know, he has a YouTube channel. And then, child, the song is about some damn hula hoop. And apparently, I don't know, it look like Larry done learned the words. But when I tell you the song about a goddamn hula hoop that goes round and round, I look up and Larry got his arms up out like a goddamn airplane. I have no idea why that shit tickled the shit out of me. It's just the optics of it. You talking about goddamn hula hoop. He got his damn arms out like a goddamn airplane. Telling me this is gonna be number one. This is gonna be number one. And he done learned the damn words. Baby, I was done. I was done. I was laughing so hard. I said, something is wrong with this child. Something is wrong with this one here. Let me Okay. Next witness on the stand for the defense is Daryl McDavid, R. Kelly's former manager and current co-defendant. McDavid is accused of helping Kelly cover up his sex tapes with minors for more than a decade. Questioning McDavid is his attorney, Bo Bradley. McDavid says he currently works as a certified public accountant and that he owns an accounting firm called Winkler McDavid. He says he also owns a restaurant in Chicago and has worked in real estate. At the time McDavid met R. Kelly, he said he owned 6 or 7 properties and that his income was already substantial. Besides Kelly, McDavid says his accounting firm has represented the comedian Sinbad and filmmakers the Hughes brothers. And we know Sinbad, honey, ain't have no money. McDavid said he first heard the name R. Kelly when he was playing cards at a friend's house in the late 1980s, when a friend walked in saying he just signed an artist called R. Kelly and that he thought Kelly was going to be big. Well, why you put the promoted stuff? They don't put the goddamn Elvis thing in the middle of this. Ain't that crazy? Okay, McDavid said when he began considering working for R. Kelly in 1990 or 1991. When I met Robert, he was a shy, introverted, I'm going to say kid, for lack of a better word, McDavid said. McDavid said he began working as an accountant for R. Kelly the same day they met. Wow. At first, McDavid says he just kept Kelly's taxes in order and kept track of his expenses. He says the work picked up after Kelly's first album, Born into the 1990s, was released. Okay. Now, now I'm hiring lawyers. I'm hiring insurance brokers. I'm hiring agents. Other people are professionals, McDavid says. After R. Kelly's first solo album, 12 Play, dropped and sold over 20,000 copies, McDavid said he realized R. Kelly could be big. He recalls a moment when a 12 Play song came on the radio on a channel that's normally played country music. Wow. McDavid says R. Kelly was self contained, that is, multi talented, and about to lyrics and music as well as play the involved instruments and sing. McDavid says he eventually transitioned from being R. Kelly's accountant to being his business manager, which involved extra responsibilities. You know, you write checks, pay bills, make sure cars are insured, those type of things. Uh-oh. Okay, R. Kelly would say what he wanted. I tried to fit into what he could afford, McDavid continues. McDavid continued to describe his responsibilities with R. Kelly, along with his management of Kelly for major accounts, for bass productions, touring, publishing, and his home accountant, mortgage payments, personal expenses. McDavid describes his ballooning responsibility as Kelly's fame increases. As more money, more problems. He says he almost got into fights with the singer over money because Kelly won everything. It was a constant back and forth drama. Despite this drama, McDavid says he grew close to R. Kelly, eventually seeing the man. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Eventually considering him as a son. A son. Wow. But he adds that Kelly's personality changed over time. I knew Robert. Over time, R. Kelly existed. As he got into superstardom, he started to act like a superstar. Wow, okay. And that could be potentially giving R. Kelly, an excuse or justification as to why he do some of the things he do, right? Remember, I told you about excuses and justification are part of exculpatory defenses. Let me see. Part of R. Kelly's character change after 1994, McDavid said, was his becoming increasingly forward with women. He was flying a lot of women in and out of town, putting a lot of women in hotels. There were just a there were just a lot of women. McDavid said. McDavid says that these women R. Kelly associated with were grown women, not underage. You see what he tried to do there? That's good. And that, like most superstars, his sleeping with multiple women didn't strike him as alarming. Kelly's behavior was no different than any other superstar. Let me see. McDavid says that these women R. Kelly associated with was wrong. Okay, where that? All right, McDavid says R. Kelly's growing fame was also creating tension with his former manager, Barry Hankerson. Okay, the more successful Robert got, the more attention he needed. McDavid said, adding that Hankerson didn't have any more attention to give. McDavid says R. Kelly eventually fired Hankerson around 1999 after the pair got into a fight outside a restaurant. They had been arguing about the course of Kelly's career and who would be involved in it, and Hankerson, eventually flipped the table. McDavid now getting into his hiring of attorney Gary Margolis for R. Kelly around 1994. McDavid said he hired Margolis because he was down to earth, as opposed to many show business lawyers who McDavid called stuck up. McDavid says R. Kelly and Margolis was clicked right away. I mean, R. Kelly says R. Kelly go click right. Okay. As the Margolis eventually became McDavid's friend and mentor. He described Margolis as one of the smartest people that I knew. He was obviously smarter than I was and was a good person. Okay, what is this Margolis guy? I hope he ain't dead too. Okay, get off here. In 1997, McDavid said Tiffany Hawkins sued R. Kelly for sexual misconduct and that he found out from Margolis that Hawkins was pregnant with Kelly's baby. Okay, McDavid says Margolis planned to file an injunction to prevent news of this lawsuit getting out to the media, and when will she be filed? And that is the brought that Chicago lawyer John Tucci on and to help Margolis with the case. McDavid said Tucci filed for the injunction only for the maternity claim to entirely disappear. Not soon after, McDavid says this told him the claim was untrue, as did R. Kelly, offered to take a paternity test. Okay. After the paternity test claim was dropped, the suit changed to an allegation of R. Kelly having sex with Tiffany as a minor. McDavid says he stopped considering anything Tiffany said was true. His questions why she had filed a lawsuit instead of going to the police. Let me see. McDavid reasons that if there were any truth to Hawkins' claim, Loggins wouldn't have taken $250,000 when $10 million could have been up for grabs. McDavid goes on to say that Loggins eventually represented multiple women bringing sexual misconduct suits against R. Kelly, bringing a number of what he calls similar cookie cutter lawsuits. Wow. Let me see. Okay. McDavid describes Loggins putting up ads soliciting people, to sue R. Kelly, which he describes as a feeding frenzy. Loggins' actions, he says, further convinced him that the future lawsuits brought against Kelly were similarly untrue and best settled out of court. Okay. In comparison to what she put up a billboard. God damn. In comparison to what R. Kelly was making at the time, these payments were relatively insignificant, McDavid says. Other than the nuisance and expense, were these lawsuits something that worried you at the time? Brindley asks. No, McDavid answers, but adds that Margolis was afraid of false rumors getting out into the media. This led to the hiring of Jack Palladino. Wow, so he's on the stand and he is justifying and he's also giving reasons for this, that, and the third, right? So he's giving the reasons why Jack Palladino was brought in. Remember, he's not here, but his responsibilities or whatever included allegedly having a part of that conspiracy and whatever. He is giving another reason why Jack Palladino was brought in. He's giving another option that the jury can consider. And that's a good thing. You don't want the jury just to consider your opponent's option. All right. So he's doing good. It says McDavid says he met Palladino over dinner at Carmine's in Chicago. He was like a detective that you snatch out of a movie, he says, describing him wearing a long coat and fedora and being extremely detail-oriented. After McDavid begins to briefly get into interviews with Palladino conducted on R. Kelly's behalf, Judge Lindenway called for lunch. Court resumed at 2. This plus Palladino's own get out of my way investigations and Jane's repeated denial of improper sexual contact with R. Kelly to Chicago police in 2000, McDavid says further convinced him that there was nothing to it. Jane denied sleeping with R. Kelly as a minor to law enforcement, McDavid said, and citing the report from Jane's interview with the DCFS agent in 1999. How old was she? Court now resuming in the Chicago R. Kelly case. Federal trial in Chicago. Kelly's former manager and current co-defendant Darren McDavid is still on the stand, giving direct testimony to his defense attorney, Bo Brindley. Brindley brings up that police investigators in 2000 asked Jane if they knew Tiffany Hawkins. The reference to Hawkins, McDavid says, convinced him that Hankerson was involved. Nobody else knew about Tiffany Hawkins. How else could this come out? Brennan also brought up that police report in 2000 that they were receiving daily calls from a woman instructing them to investigate R. Kelly, and which McDavid says he took it as a sign that Sparkle was trying to stir things up. Oh, wow. Sparkle had a vendetta not only against Jane, but her family too, McDavid says he thought at the time. Brenda again trying to hammer home that in the late 1990s, early 2000s, McDavid had every reason to believe R. Kelly was innocent of sexual misconduct allegations against him, and every reason to believe outside actors were trying to defame him. So again, this is playing along into the overall defense. Okay? They're trying to, knock out that conspiracy. Notably, Brindley has yet, to ask McDavid still believes the claims against R. Kelly are untrue. Okay, Brindley brings up a letter from Jane's attorney claiming that Jane had fully cooperated with all the investigations into R. Kelly. The lawyer's letter contradicts a December 2000 article in the Chicago Sun-Times by Jim DeRogatis, stating that the police investigation into R. Kelly ended because Jane would not cooperate. Uh-oh. McDavid says he considered DeRogatis' article to be sensationalist and showed him that he could put no stock in the Sun-Times reporting on Kelly. Judge Lindweber excused DeRogatis from testifying this morning against the wishes of McDavid's attorney. Okay. With that, Lindweber calls for a 15 minutes break in fellow Chicago. It says, all right. With that, Lindweber calls for a 15 minute break. Is that it? Look at him. That's all from him. You come right here with y'all. So yeah. Yes. If you're on the defense side, you have something to be happy about. McDavid didn't throw anybody under the bus. Yeah. He also got up there and was a witness against some of the prosecution's witness. He said he didn't see no underage girls. And, God knows whatever he said. He didn't see none. Hey, Elvira Warren. So, nah, Karen, I don't know what the hell I was doing. Listen. So, McDavid takes the stand. He's a good direct witness to oppose some of the people that was accused that said that they were under 18, right? Now, of course, when you got the physical evidence like the video, and you got the girl pointing at telling that's her in the video and that's him and all that, that's hard to get over. But they got him this, to say on the record, talk about, a bunch of people. They got him to talk about Palladino. The reason why he was brought in, see what McDavid did was change the narrative. Gave the memo I told you guys, giving the jury another option. And I said this a couple lives ago, where you could say, all right, this is what the prosecutor says. Well, maybe it could have been this. If you got the maybe it could have been this. Now you're giving the jury options. You're giving the jury the invitation to think a little different, think a little different and think a little deeper, right? So he didn't throw him up under the bus. Now, there may be testimony that the prosecution elicited or whatever that may be counted as turning somebody under the bus. Because he said that he wasn't, straight up. Hold on. What's good with the progress? What's good with my progress? 2 times? Yeah, legally speaking, low end, I would thought the same thing. You know why? Look at the trail. Look at the back and forth so far between the two. Yeah, I thought he was gonna throw everybody on the bus too. Me too. Shit. But he got up there and did a good job. They asked him all the right questions to avoid throwing anybody under the bus. When as co-defendants, when you work together like that, you can develop a line of questioning to avoid from throwing each other up under the bus. Now, we got to watch and see if they can somehow separate themselves. That I don't know how they're gonna do that. They may do the easy things and just try to, poke a whole bunch of holes into what the prosecution, has laid out. But like, how are they gonna separate themselves? Darren McDavid, well, he ain't gonna be that old. Darren McDavid look mighty. I brought a new one. Right, I like his lawyer too. But I had dropped the link. I ain't gonna hold y'all past 13 more minutes. But thank y'all again for all the birthday wishes. I have friends that like to text me and tell me happy birthday to make sure they be first and shit. Now I sure do appreciate y'all. Let me see. Is there anything that the prosecution can do? Let me see. There anything that the prosecution can do other than, state of course to avoid a goddamn shoot. A big old case that was infected, either by reasonable doubt or beyond reasonable doubt, and depending on your side. Because now, I mean, y'all see how much stuff he could, he could verify or and potentially verify when stuff's open tomorrow. No underage girls. He was. Now I wouldn't go so hard with the, I put Mr. Y'all can say I'll just use my name. Shit, I don't know the hell I'm talking about right now. Oh, hell Oh no, baby, I was baby. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Using my name and shit. What the hell I'm talking about? Y'all, what I was talking about using my name. What I'm talking about, y'all. Where the whispers at? What the hell am I talking about? Anybody know? What am I talking about? See, that's what happened when you don't. I just fuck around and got one of them strawberry lemonades instead of grabbing one of them damn sodas. Child, I'm talking about using my name or using his name. Shit. What am I talking about? I don't know. Oh man. Shit, I am gone, honey. Mm-mm. Hey, Charlotte Bennett. Wait a minute. I just heard you say DM was looking for was looking kind of what? Girl, I don't know what I said. What I said, Charlotte, because I don't know. Anybody know? Child, I just hope I don't get up off this live while it's live and go sleepwalking. Mm-mm. Now when I probably shouldn't tell y'all this, but I'll tell you. When the funny sleepwalking stuff happened to me, oh my gosh, it'd be funny. But when the scary stuff be happening, I really don't like it. But I hope I don't get up this damn live and do no damn sleepwalking. Shit. Girl, did I tell y'all? I know told y'all this before. I'm gonna tell you something. I had gotten up out my sleep and sleepwalk, right? I went to use the restroom. I went past my restroom, past one in the hall, out the door, and went all the way to the restroom in my bedroom in the main house. The toilet was up. And like I said, I can remember shit like on the way or whatever, but I can't remember how I got back and, any of that. I can't remember that part of it. And so let me tell you, I I went, I came back and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, so I remember I had a sleepwalk. And I remember that I hadn't sat on that motherfucking goddamn toilet seat up shit. What I did was I got up and went over there, and sure enough, the goddamn toilet seat was up. I went the hell off. I went off. Ugh, child. I went off because I knew it. I knew it. I was like, oh shit. That seat, I bet you that seat up. I done sat on that nasty ass fucking toilet. And when I say nasty, it ain't dirty or nothing like that. What I'm saying is, you don't want to sit on the man shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to sit on that shit with the seat up. I don't care how clean it is. Oh my gosh, I was mad as hell. All you gotta do is put the seat down. I know I ain't over there, but goddamn, put the seat down. And when I say, girl, just put the goddamn seat down. He was looking kind of what? Child, I don't know what I was talking about. My two oldest used to sleepwalk. I used to watch them go in different rooms in the bathroom. You got the book. Oh, listen, Charlotte, my daughter would sit there and watch me perform. Sit there and would just watch me and do all kind of crazy shit in my sleep. She ain't bad shit. She the first Judas. I call her Judas. Child, the other day we was laughing when she said I had done fell asleep And the cat I used to have named Smokey, oh gosh, I miss him. Hope I don't cry. He was the one that I rescued and brought from out of town somewhere. And I knew I had to bring that cat back, bring that cat with us, because if not, I'd have drove out of town to see if that cat was all right. So, but long before I brought him back, I had already rescued him and put him in the hospital, got him right away because he needed surgeries and shit like that, right? So I hadn't did all that. So we brought him back to Jacksonville. He still had that street cat mentality. Okay. So all the stuff that I read about, like, having pets and shit, because I don't do no pets and shit. I don't do that. But the stuff I read about, you got to put them on an eating schedule and stuff like that. No, we didn't have that. He had free fall food. What I'm saying, the food was always out. He can go eat anytime he want to, drink the water, drink milk, whatever the fuck he wanted. He got it. If he wanted lunch meat, ice cream, all kinds of shit. I ain't feed him no goddamn chicken nuggets and shit. But whatever he wanted, he got. He was so, and so he I think because he was a stray cat, he was so into real food, right? So, child, I had goddamn was I had to set up, and I would I would go fix my food or whatever. I would fall asleep, and the food just what I'm saying, be sitting there whatever. So, child, I had done went to goddamn sleep on the plate, and my child said she had came down and passed by, and all she heard was crunch, 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 crunch. So she went to come look in the room, and she said all she saw was the cat, my cat Smokey, on the floor with the chicken bone, the chicken, tearing it up. He done went, I'm asleep, and he done went and got the chicken off my goddamn plate. Let me tell you something. I done fell asleep with my goddamn face and shit in the food, and my hands and shit. My child to sit there and laugh, take pictures, all kind of stupid shit. Just goddamn Judas. Just laughing. I don't know if I showed y'all um this crab pot where I thought I was buying a crab pot. The ball crab was in. I don't know if I told y'all that story, I showed y'all that shit. But I think I can go find the picture. Yeah, the motherfuckers undoxed me here. They should have found that picture. So I brought a goddamn. I thought I was buying a goddamn a foot tub to do crabs in and shit, right? My friend Tim, the one that y'all always hear me talk to and be cutting up and laughing, the one we were singing Solid as a Rock. About 20 years ago, he brought me this foot tub. And when I had moved, I forgot to goddamn get this stuff because it was toys and stuff, whatever. My child was too old for toys and stuff. It was toys and stuff, whatever. And I didn't personally oversee the moving out of that particular little storage room, whatever. The moving people did it or whatever. And then I think I forgot that I think she told the people that she wasn't bringing packing that stuff. Because here's the thing, right? I'm not a hoarder, okay? Maybe I am, but she was in high school, and we still had a whole bunch of goddamn toys from back in the day, and them toys cost a whole bunch of goddamn money. Plus, it was like a 10-in-1 goddamn pool table I had in her room, and all kinds of shit. Barbie shit still in the box, all kinds of that shit costs. and I wasn't getting rid of. I wasn't throwing it away. So anyway, she had to snuck and told the people, just throw it away, throw the stuff in there away, and I think they threw all of it away, and that's including my goddamn foot tub that Tim had bought. So I saw what I thought was a foot tub on Amazon. I don't check no dimensions and shit like that. I just look at the picture, look at the price. Okay. So, child, I had done. Oh, I need my child for this story. That shit so goddamn funny. I had done ordered the damn thing, and it came. I opened it, so I didn't know. I mean, I got some get some in the packages. This was a little box. I opened a little box, y'all, and it's a little foot tub, a little goddamn, I don't know, some shit you put on your shelf or something that fit right in your goddamn hand. Yes. It wasn't a foot tub that goes on your stove to put some shit in to cook, some crabs in the cook. No. I don't know what the fuck that was. So let me tell my damn stupid ass child did. She took a picture of the little tub and put it in her hand. And she told me, hey, y'all, my mama ordered this as a crab pot. And when I tell you, and she showed it in her hand. And when I tell you, the kids and everybody on Facebook went in on my ass. They talking about Miss Angie, what you one little girl so goddamn funny. She said, Miss Angie, what you was gonna cook in that crab pot? A piece of corn, a piece of neck bone, a piece of egg, a piece of crab. I holler. When I tell you I'm so goofy and dumb, sometimes y'all wouldn't believe it. I ordered that thing. I thought it was a crab pot. That shit fit in your palm of my daughter's hand. I don't know where that picture. I'm gonna get that picture and I'm gonna show y'all. That shit was so goddamn funny. Yes, honey. Charlotte, it fit in your hand. I have to go. I have to go on my goddamn Facebook to find that goddamn picture. That shit was so funny. They clowned me for days. Cause see, I'm not good in like measurements and instructions and driving instructions and shit like that. I ain't good in that shit. I get lost going home and mm-mm. But yeah, that was funny. But y'all, I sure appreciate y'all coming on through. Thank y'all for people that brought me off a little birthday, and thank you for people that say happy birthday to me. It means a lot, honey. Y'all still hanging on in there. My ass was tired. I'm not tired. I'm sleepy. For some reason, child. So with that being said, baby, I'm gonna have to get on up out of here. We're gonna put another one in the books. And I don't know how long that guy's gonna be on the stand, but I can anticipate the government asking him some very direct questions to center back to the evidence. Okay? Put the focus back on the evidence. And to try to clean up the little damage they did to their story. So it should be interesting. Make sure you keep up with the transcripts. Donate if you can. Atmos them, they reading and doing all kinds of stuff with them. Sylvia and them, I mean, it's a lot of people that's helping us, by reading them transcripts and letting us know what's really going on, right? You got Dottie out there doing her hand job, giving us those goddamn live living updates and stuff. she is getting the information. Even what the judge says, I mean, it was so detailed that I got to go back and listen to it. She gave a real detailed account of, the motions and stuff like that. So with that being said, yeah, no, it's today, Charlotte. It's today. It is today. You know, I hope one day, just one day, that we all can get beyond the act of attacking each other, right? It would be beautiful if people would really look at each other as co-workers. It ain't got to be friends, it ain't got to be this, ain't got to be that, ain't got to be none of that. No, at least co-workers. Those transcripts could have been so much easy, so much cheaper and easier on everybody. People just work together. You know, um, a lot of information could have been shared, all kinds of shit. But you have people that are very selfish, and they they operate on a different time. We got all kind of motherfuckers. We got cloud chasers. We got people that want to be the first to do this, first to do that. We got people that want to be the leader of the pack and all that bullshit. Um, it's the BS. Um, mm. What you mean 7 or 8? Your When is your birthday, Charlotte? Well, I just wish if people stop attacking each other and all kind of crazy shit. It's crazy over this mess. And it's so sad that we can't, participate in like in different on different channels and stuff like that, whatever. Because people automatically, like, you got some people that goes off on you if on Team Kills, or goes off on you on Team Lock Kills up and shit. Just for going in the damn chat saying hello, and you might want to give your opinion, or you might have some information. They don't give a shit about that. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Oh, you had to do that. Hey, Blessed. Hey. Oh, it's on the 16th. Oh, Charlotte, you a Virgo too? Yeah, Virgo Nation. It's crazy. And if we can't get to, like, if the same people can't, be like, just some crazy shit and over what? Then I said, let the motherfucking insane people be by themselves. Let them destroy each other and go after each other and talk fucking crazy and shit like that and lie and all that. Let them do that shit on their own. Hell, you can put it, even create their own little area. The R. Kelly crazy sector and shit. Hell, stay there. This is I mean, you got it's so many people that want to be the leader and the founder and the creator of this shit. And I'm like, are you serious? Listen. Oh, blessed you. I'm trying to felt against it, talking to myself. Blessed you on the 15th. No way, boy. Y'all are what? Stacking the chat up with the Virgo Nation. Well, you know, I loves me some Virgos, honey. I really, really do. I love me some Virgos. Oh, it don't get no better. Oh, mine's on the 8th today. Man, child, that's what the hell I'm talking about. Right there. I ain't shit. I ain't even putting my goddamn time to get paid. Child, shit. Let me do that while I'm sitting up here. Yeah, and it's so refreshing. It might seem like it'd be like, damn, I'm gonna hate to stop doing this little work here or whatever. But it's very rewarding. Let me tell you. I'm trying to put in my goddamn send my invoice. But listen, it's like it's busy work. You heard that term like busy work. Something to do. On top of I'll sit up there on that job and I'll do my other jobs as well. So I'm not really but the thing about it is allowing me to but move around a little bit more. Like I said, do the exercise, get paid and all that type of stuff. It ain't no really no hard work or whatever. But learning new products and things of that nature. I mean, I'm good. Your mom and dad on the 9th. Oh wow. Oh, thank you, blessed. You like my style? Oh, y'all so sweet, man. Don't give an old lady a heart attack. Yeah, I like y'all too. Y'all hang on in there with a sister. Oh, thank you, Danny. Hey, Danny. Hey, Mama Danny. Hey, Danny. Oh, Danny, thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are very sweet. Because I came on, I said, listen, Karen had asked me, was I going to go live? And I know when Karen asked me to go live, and I'm sorry I gave y'all a shitty live if I did. I was so goddamn tired. I'm gonna have to make it up. Maybe I can tomorrow or something with the conclusion of I guess McDavid's testimony. But I try to catch what I can catch. But my goddamn fucking eyes wasn't paying, they wasn't goddamn cooperating. Oh, thank you, DJ Amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, y'all got it looking like the goddamn leader turned over here tonight. Thank you. His ass. I'm like, what the hell is he saying? My goodness. Ooh. Yeah, we do. We really do. Yeah, we do. Well, what I was saying, I wish you would, we wouldn't. There's a lot of things I wish like wouldn't have happened and things of that nature. It's between a lot of people. Not just me, it's between a lot of people. Because it's so unfortunate. But some people don't know how to act. So, and now I can do about that. Oh, thank you, DJ Amazing. And anyway, y'all, let me get out of here because y'all gonna make me cry. I done cried so much. I ain't never cried this much probably in my goddamn life that I done done since I've been on this goddamn YouTube. That's crazy. That's crazy. I miss old Boski. I really do. I miss Levi. Mm-hmm. DJ Amazing was good with it.
Go celebrate your birthday, get you some wine, wind down, and just relax.
Some wine. Boy, I
Whatever
don't know.
wine you drink, whatever you drink.
Yeah, that little, though if I am gonna drink some, I have a particular kind. The one that seems to be popular through the damn people on the reality shows and shit like that. I'm like, man,
Go get you a blue bottle of Bel Air. It tastes good. It's like a man and woman drink. It's called Bel Air, and they got it in blue. Get you some of that. I promise you, you won't regret it.
is it sweet?
It's sweet. It's called Bel Air. Get the blue one. Get the blue bottle. If I had
I
your
mean,
email, I would send you
because
a
I
picture
got
of it.
one that I drink. I got one that I drink, but I wonder if is it sweeter. I mean, because it tastes, it. I can digest it pretty good, but I
You
don't.
you you can't go wrong. I think it's like $32 for a bottle.
Oh, that ain't bad. What is it called? Bel Air.
Bel Air, the blue bottle. I would show you a picture of it, but shit, I don't feel like getting up, going way down there to go get it.
I visit you. I saw your little video today. Your
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm shocked. I'm not. What you feel about that? I'm flabbergasted. I'm gonna use the white folks word. I'm flabbergasted about the shit today.
Wait a minute. What you talking about?
What video did you see? You seen my live, or you seen what I said
I
earlier on
saw.
my?
No, I saw part of like you had like like you was drinking some core liquor or some shit. I don't know what you was doing. Some
Oh,
core
no, that was
water.
the the gold bottle, the gold and white bottle of Bel Air. Yeah, that's that. But the
No, you were drinking something called core.
oh, that's that hydro water. Yeah, they my sponsors on my they sponsor me on my page. They give me
Oh,
their water
okay.
to drink, so they part of my sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah, you can get sponsors on your page. They will, they'll promote you to drink there, or whatever it is that they going. They you got to promote their product.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm looking at the Bel Air thing right now. Is it by Rick Ross? Is it
Well,
sparkling wine?
he one of the people who pushed it, but the blue bottle is what you want. But if you want to taste, quality over quantity, you get the gold and white bottle.
It's Bel Air.
If you can show it on your screen, if you're looking at it, I can tell you which one to get if you share it on your screen.
Okay. Oh, thank you, blessed. Oh, y'all have to do all that. Y'all so sweet. Oh man.
Hey, you got to get your roses while you here. That's why I said you got to get your roses while you here. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you. You see it?
Okay, it's that blue bottle, that one on the very end down there, that blue one.
This one?
Yes, ma'am. That very first one, that blue one. That's the one. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
It says sparkling wine.
You can't go wrong.
Does it have a little liquor in it, or is it just that sparkling
Well,
stuff?
if you want to get you can get the one, the gold bottle, the very first one. If you don't want to do that, you can get the one on the end, the other end, the white bottle, the white and gold bottle. That very first one
You
on the
say
end.
it's sweet, but I have to have it sweet.
Well, go with the blue bottle then. That'd be the case.
Right here.
Yes, ma'am. Make sure it's nice and cold. Get you like some nice. I don't know if you got a crushed ice like I do. I push that on the ice box. Get you some crushed ice. You know what I'm saying? And go on or whatever your favorite drink is, your Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, whatever you like.
Mm-hmm.
Pour you just a little dab of that. Just a little swag.
Let's see.
It depends on what you like.
It's not too sweet. Wait a minute. The one I'm trying. What is the one is it black or just black? Is that for one shot? They're about $1 at Kroger near me. What is? You like cold water and essential? Essential water. I did a campaign for them the other about 2 weeks ago. Essential water.
You get in touch with whoever the promotional people is. You get in touch with the people who promote it. You find out their email them and tell them you would like to do a partnership.
Mm.
That's how I got with Coors Light Hydrate Purified Water. Shit, I got all them damn waters in the icebox right now. I got about 20 of them damn waters in the icebox right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they sent it to me. I've been drinking it. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty good.
So you just told them that you wanted to partner up with them, and then they sent you all that
I
water.
mean, I don't know how that shit go. I know they got me promoting it for the next month.
But I'm just saying, you said you reached out to them.
Right, you can reach out to them through their page. Depending on, like, let's say you want to sponsor Red Bull, you get in touch with Red Bull promotion team. Tell them what you're trying to do and see if they approve you. If they do that, send you out some, and you can promote them. It's that simple. A lot of people think you
Oh,
got to go through this and go through that. You really don't. It's a matter of them people saying yes or no.
oh, okay. 'Cause, yeah, well, I mean, I know,
Not them,
I
not
know
them
a
big
lot of.
YouTubers. Them big YouTubers, they come to them. Like some bloggers they'll send shit to them because they big bloggers. They just get shit sent to them.
Yeah, I can't be doing all of that, and because I already got a string of companies I deal with for the promotion and stuff, and it done got a little different now because they slowly adding more of the corporate functions. I mean, shit, I'm plugged directly into the marketing part, the inventory, down to what you give out on the floor, down to the product campaigns, the designs, you know, gift bag. I mean, every goddamn factor.
Or
Like
whatever you
I'm
want to
telling you,
promote, you got
today,
to think about what's best for you to promote. What would you want to use to promote on your platform?
I don't know about what to do on this platform. Wait a minute. So hold on for a minute. I gotta put this in. Okay, how did I do? I get 7, 20, 56,
And who did your background?
right there.
Yeah, who did that background for you?
um, hold on. Actually, JoJo had it designed. So I don't know who did it. He had designed it, and guess what? He gave it to me for my birthday last year.
Yeah, it's a hell of a background. Hell of a background.
Yeah, he gave it to me for my birthday last year. That's crazy.
What you think about what happened in court today? I don't know if you already shared that already.
About the dude,
Yeah, Darren McDavid and Sparkle and all that old shit that happened today.
I don't know about no sparkle because I ain't read about no sparkle.
Darren McDermott dropped a bombshell today.
What he said?
He was talking about it was all a setup on R. Kelly and shit they've been talking about. Hollywood Next was talking about it earlier.
Oh,
Adele was singing like a mockingbird. You couldn't shut him up. He had diarrhea of the mouth today.
oh, okay. Well, I heard a little bit about his testimony, but I ain't know about no damn sparkle. I ain't hearing about no sparkle.
What's that man on the record label? What's that man name on the record label?
Barry Hankerson.
Yeah, he was definitely talked about today.
Well, yeah, I know about that, but I don't know about no sparkle. I got to when I can,
I'm
I
waiting on
do
the
gotta listen
transcripts
to
to come to
it.
my email. Dana say you're gonna send me the transcript for the day.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get them.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, honey, let me get on up out of here. I'm so damn sleepy. I sure do appreciate you coming on up here, popping up, saying a couple words to me.
Well, you go on in and get you some sleep and enjoy your rest. I guess I'll just look for you tomorrow if you get on.
All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all done had to do all that, but y'all so sweet. Oh, hey, Queen, everybody. I ain't see you come in. Yeah, we were told to New York trial. What happened, Queen, everybody, before I get out of here? What happened? Thank you, Charlotte. What happened with Sparkle? Why she keep coming up? What he said about Sparkle? Damn, she's just supposed to be singing. Shit. Goddamn, involved in all this shit. Crazy. What happened real quick before I get out of here? Them damn Sparkle. Shit. Just sang Sparkle. Oh, thank you, Mr. Blessed. And they were calling McDavid the mastermind and a thief until he got on there saying, well, he felt good. Okay. McDavid backed up Jane, saying that she was the catalyst for all this mess along with Hankers. Oh, okay. Just today. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it should be interesting because it's the next up the bat is the prosecution. And I believe, they're gonna try to bring it back to how they do. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, EB. Sparkle Hankerson is the old manager. Set him up. Oh, okay. This is the first time I spoke on it. Sounds like the letters. The letters that Choke was reading. Has McDavid been questioned about all three councils on the fence side? Oh, those letters. Oh, wow. This crazy. But y'all let me cut on up out of here because I'll be out here talking, getting information. For the rest of the night. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all. Love y'all so much. I wish nothing but good things and blessings for all of y'all. Because y'all deserve it. Y'all truly do. Y'all keep me going and inspired. Despite all the craziness, y'all hang on in there with a girl. Y'all see what be going on. I ain't saying I'm the innocent all the time, but y'all see what be going on. I'll be straight under attack. Me all by my lonesome child. But it's all good. Y'all never got to worry about me, honey. And when I tell you I got it, I got it. And when I tell you I don't have it, I tell you I don't have this. I'm going to need some help. But yeah. But anyway, I thank y'all so much. And hey, thanks again to the panelists, the hostess, and the guests, and everybody else. Make sure you love yourself, love somebody else, and do good for someone else. Put another in the book because we read at a paperwork drop. To the next live. I'll see you. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the birthday. Thank y'all. All right, come back the next time. Bye.